Hello and welcome, students. My name is Shampa, and in today's session, let us focus on some of the key terms that will help us solve problems for rational numbers in a better way. Let us revise some key terms we have already done in earlier classes. These key terms are factors and multiples. So let's begin. Factors are numbers that we multiply and we get a product. When we multiply two numbers, we get a product. The numbers that we multiply to get the product are called the factors, and the product that we obtained is a multiple of those factors. Let's understand it with the help of an example. Say we have 91. 91 is a product of 7 into 13. So in this case, 7 and 13 are the factors of 91, while 91 is the multiple of 7 and 13. Now the question arises, how many factors are possible for a number? Well, that depends. That depends on the number. Let us understand it with the help of some examples. Say, I have 84. Now, how to find the factors? First thing we will do is we will divide it with the least prime factor. You know what a least prime factor is? The least prime factor is the number that is divisible by itself and 1. So the number should have only two factors. We have studied prime numbers in earlier classes. We will come to that topic also. But let's focus on finding out the factors. So the least prime factor in this case is 2. 84 is an even number. So the least prime number that is divisible by 84 is 2. Then if we divide 84 by 2, we will get 42. Now in this case, we will divide 42 with the least prime number again, because 42 is still divisible by 2. Now we will get 21. Now 21 is not divisible by 2. So in this case, we will take the next prime number, which is 3. Now 21 is divisible by 3. So let's divide it by 3 and we have got 7. We have got the prime number. This is a prime number that cannot be further broken. We can divide 7 by itself and we will get 1. So the factors of 84 are 2 into 2 into 3 into 7. So these are the factors of 84. Is that it? Are these the only factors of 84? So according to these figures, the factors of 84 are 2, 3 and 7. These are the prime numbers that are visible. But let me tell you, we have more than that. Let's find out all the factors of 84. Let's see how to find out. The least number with which 84 is divisible. Now the factors, the least number with which 84 is divisible is 1. 84 is divisible by 1. So the least factor of any number starts with 1. And 2 is a factor which we can see clearly. 2 is there. So 2 is a factor. 3 is a factor. We can see it's here. And 7 is also a factor. But actually we have more than that. Let me tell you how are we going to calculate it. See, we have 2 here and 2 here. So we can multiply this 2 with 2. So 4 will also be a factor. Now we have this 2 and this 3. We can multiply them. So 6 will be a factor. We can multiply this 3 with 7. 21 is also a factor. Now we can multiply this 2 with this 2, and then after obtaining the product we can multiply it with 3. So 2 into 2 is 4, 4 into 3 is 12. So 12 is a factor. And we have 3 into 7, we have got 21, and we can multiply 21 with 2. So 42 is a factor. And finally, when we will multiply all the numbers, 84 will become the factor. So the least factor of any number is 1, and the highest factor of any number is the number itself. Now let's understand what are prime numbers. We mentioned prime numbers in the last section where we understood the factors of 84. So let's understand what are prime numbers. Natural numbers start with 1 and they extend till infinite. In this journey, there are numbers that have only two factors. Yes, only two factors. Those numbers are called prime numbers. Let's check how many factors are there for 1. So 1 is a factor of itself, and the next factor for 1 is again itself. So 1 is not a prime number. And now let's take 2. 2, the least factor of 2 is 1, and 2 is a factor of itself. So 2 is a prime number and it is the only even prime number. Now let's take the example of 3. Factors of 3 are 3 into 1. So 3 is a prime number again. Is 4 a prime number? Factors of 4 are 1, 4 and 2. So it is not a prime number. All the even numbers are not prime. Only 2 is the even prime number. 2 is the exception. That is the only even prime number, and 2 is the least prime number. And all the numbers that are not prime are called composite numbers. In case of 1, it is neither a prime number nor a composite number, because 1 has only one factor and composite numbers are numbers which have more than two factors. So 1 does not fall in the definition of prime number, nor does it fall in the definition of composite numbers. Now let us understand what are multiples of a number. Say, let's get back to the example of 91. 91 has factors 1, 7, 13 and 91. So it has got 4 factors. And 91 is a product of 7 and 13. So 91 is a multiple of 7 and 91 is a multiple of 13. Not just that, 91 is a multiple of 1 and 91 is a multiple of itself. So the least multiple of a number is the number itself. And what about the highest multiple? Well, the highest multiple is not possible because it will go on and on and on. Let's see. 91 is the least multiple of 91. So the least multiple of any number is the number itself. And the next multiple of 91 is 182. And we can have 364 We can have 728. What we did, we multiplied 91 with 2 and obtained a product. We multiplied with 2 again. You can multiply it with 3, you can multiply it with 4 and 728, and this will go on and on and on. The least multiple of a number is the number itself, and then you can multiply any number to it. That will become the multiple of this number. So a number can have any number of multiples, n number of multiples. The number of multiples will go on. So we have understood that factors are limited. One is the least factor of any number, and the highest factor of any number is the number itself. And as far as multiples are concerned, the least multiple of any number is the number itself, and the number of multiples a number can have will go on and on and on. Now that's it for this session. See you in my next session. Till then, please take care of yourself and have a good day.